William Binney, top NSA whistleblower, is here live on air with us on the radio and TV. At Real Alex Jones on Twitter, the questions are pouring in. Mr. Binney, one of those questions is, when do you think the end game is coming? That's from Ernie Ciarola on Twitter. When do you think the end game is coming? And I would ask you, what is the end game of this total surveillance society?
Well, it seems to me that they're tending toward a European-style government, or even more leaning toward a Stasi-type government, a Stasi-run government, where the intelligence service basically determines a lot of the policy of the government. And that's what's happening here. The intelligence community is more or less directing what the government is doing and how they do it. And it's basically affecting everything, even international decisions. Like they use them, I guess, to start the war in Iraq, you know, and they used that kind of information back in the Tonkin Gulf for the Vietnam War. All that kind of stuff is trying to influence how the government's doing it. They're getting much and more involved, and it's building a much larger empire with contractors all around the country, and over, you know, a couple million of them. I mean, it's not. It's the Washington Post did a series of 3 articles on Top Secret America. That was a rather good article that laid out this bureaucracy that's been built up since 9/11 all around the country, and in fact around the world. I mean, well, when you push up to $100 billion into the intelligence community every year, I mean, that gets to approaching $1 trillion now that they've spent on this since 9/11. Well, that's the kind of thing that builds a bureaucracy that tends to need to feed and continue feeding.
Yes, sir.
And so that just continues and perpetuates itself, and they try to gain more and more influence. Like, for example, it came out recently that even when they were running Minaret at NSA, one of the people they hit from the fact that they were spying on them was Senator Church, and he was running the investigation against them. So, I mean, it shows you that they have the capacity to do these kinds of things in secret. And Russ Tice has also come out and testified that they were spying on members of Congress and also, you know, members of the military, the senior-ranking generals, as well as the members of the Supreme Court. And, so
and then they use that when they want to destroy them to show they've got a mistress or a girlfriend.
Exactly.
And this is the bureaucracy, the military-industrial complex, illegally using data for political takeover, as we know has come out in England, where Parliament is secretly being spied on. They then use dirt on Parliament to make them vote to continue the illegal spying that makes the Rupert Murdoch phone hacking scandal look like child's play. I mean, this is just unbelievable, the ramifications of this.
Yeah, that's why I was saying they have this, collecting all this bulk data gives them the ability to find information on anybody in the world, and therefore use that as leverage or blackmail against either them or someone they care about. So, and that's how you leverage people. That's the standard KGB tactics for doing it.
So you spent 30 years fighting the KGB. William Binney's our guest, and now we are becoming the KGB. Simply astounding. The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.